Okay, so it's now bottling time on our Italian Sangiovese. We've got everything cleaned and sanitized here. I used the sulfider to clean with a little bit of PBW and then used it to basically spray in the sulfite and everything, so we're good on that end. We've got our corks here. We'll be throwing them in some sanitizer right before we bottle. I don't like to soak them for too long. It's definitely not recommended. And because we've got kind of a mix, I've got mostly these nice they've got the punted bottom, nice heavy dark green glass. We do have some recycles we're going to use, so I also picked up a pack of the shrink capsules. So this will help us define, you know, which wine is which in the rack now, since there's 4 in there. And as per usual, I had to take a hydrometer reading. We're sitting at 0.994, which is spot on. And because I take a hydrometer reading, well, we have to have a little sample, don't we? Man, it's actually a little bit sweeter than I thought, but with a nice oak character, so we're actually going to set that right there. We'll be working on that. So I'm going to go ahead and get the siphon set up, and we're going to go ahead and start filling these bottles up. Alrighty, so we've got our bottle filler hooked up there. We've got it attached to the siphon, so we are ready to rock and roll. This part's always a little tricky. It is kind of beneficial to have a friend help with this part. Alrighty, get the siphon put in. I'm going nice and slow to not disturb any of the stuff at the bottom. And away it goes. It's a very, very exciting process here. Basically just keep an eye, make sure you don't foam up too bad here. There we go. And so on and so forth. Alright, so now it's just time to get the corks put in. We got exactly 30 bottles out of this batch, which is awesome. These 3 here were towards the end. I know that it got a little more agitated. There's a little bit of lease at the bottom of the carboy. I can still see it. So we'll make sure that these are the first 3 to be drank. So I'm going to just go ahead and get them corked and get them set off to the side. And away we go. If you don't have one of these big corkers, I tell you what, you don't know what you're missing. Okay, that one there was a little bit high, so what I'm going to do, set this bottle aside again. Those are the bottles we're going to try to get drank first. Make an adjustment here on the screw, lower it down a bit, and we'll try another one. Gives you your buffer zone, right? Make sure everything looks good. Yep, there we go. And we just keep on trucking. Looking good. Alrighty, now time to put the shrink caps on. They literally just slide right over, like so. I use a heat gun. Let it warm up for a second here. And I pretty much hit from the top and just let it shrink down. You'll see what I mean here in just a second. There we go. I go around the edges just to make sure it got it, but that's it. It literally is just that fast. Looks pretty snazzy. Let's grab another one here. You could go from the side, I guess, but I just go straight from the top. Yeah, there it is. Make sure each side is done. It is just that easy. You can also use steam to do this if you've got like a pot of boiling water. Just adds a nice touch, plus this way, like I said, with all these different used bottles, it'll be helpful to know, okay, the black cap with the silver grapes is our Italian Sangiovese. So now, folks, it just comes time to finish up putting all the PVC caps on these guys, and basically it's going to now be a waiting game. It tasted pretty good in the sample, so we're probably going to do a taste test a bit sooner on this batch. So until then, we'll see you around. Thanks for watching, as always. Plastic. Beautiful.